Hello, welcome. My name is Diane Cunningham Ellis. I am here with Robin, and it's Robin Whitehead. Excuse me, I've got two Robins that are founding members, and I was just having a little blank, Robin Whitehead. And we are doing today and throughout this next few weeks and months some interviews with some of my founding members of the brand new Nourished Life Club. And so, Robin, tell them a little tiny bit about who you are, where you are, and maybe why this opportunity, uh, why you decided to jump into this opportunity.
Okay. As you said, I'm Robin, and I live in Spokane, Washington. I am a Christian, a wife, a mom, a girlfriend to various people. My husband and I own our own business. We have for many, many years, over 30 years now. And so that takes a lot of my time. I was very interested in the group because I want to hang out with other women that are doing something, making changes, that synergism that comes and excitement that comes from making changes and sharing the journey and doing it with someone else, the buddy system and the accountability that comes from that.
Yeah, yeah. And you and I have talked about this, but I lived in Spokane, Washington for 12 years. And so finding a sister from Spokane is really cool. I'm sure I lived there when you lived there, but we didn't know each other, right?
Right.
And so
Right.
I lived on the north side, well, most of the time because I went to Whitworth and
Okay.
undergrad and then grad school, and then I worked at Deaconess. Um, and
Okay.
I was a counselor in the
Mhm.
employee assistance program and addictions unit. And so we lived in the same town, didn't know each other at all, and that's the really cool power of social media and the internet because we can find people that jive with us, right? And so that's what this group is about. Um, you were one of the, 32 women that said yes in a 4-day stretch. I mean, I was blasting this thing out everywhere, and there'll never be another like founding member opportunity. Everybody else will come in as a regular member, which is great as well, and we look forward to that. But what does nourishing mean to you, and what does that word kind of bring up? What does nourishing mean to you?
Nourishing means taking care of myself so I can help others. When you walk through life and you have life things that happen that can drain you, and then you realize I got nothing. I got nothing to give. I have a bad attitude. I'm tired. I'm crabby. I'm, hepped up on caffeine or whatever. Nourishing, it's just that even the word evokes that emotion of take a breath,
Right.
take care of yourself. You must take care of yourself before you can be of assistance to others, really. And so I love the title, the Nourish perspective.
Yeah. And it's so much more. Some people are like, well, is this a diet plan? No. I mean, food is, of course, part of the situation. I mean, what goes into our body makes a huge difference
Mhm.
because God created us to need food. Sometimes I get mad at Him about that. But
I
my
can relate to that.
I mean, I have given up alcohol, and I mean, great. That's relatively like they call it. We say put the plug in the jug, and you can go on. But each and every day, yes, food is one of the choices. My habits, my mindset, my boundaries, my am I over giving? Am I over serving? Am I doing all that to get my needs met? And am I
Mhm.
doing all that so someone actually sees me and loves me? And so Nourish is not a diet plan. For those of you that are looking for that, we do talk about it. We are going to talk about foods that work for you because here's the deal. The foods that worked for me a year ago, they might not actually work anymore, or the plan. We don't call it a diet in our group either. I need to have some sort of healthy food plan which can adapt with me as I age and as the seasons change, or as I am on a different medication than I was before. And diets make me want to rebel.
That's good.
Right? If I'm on a diet, it's like very temporary. And then afterwards, I feel like, oh, I'm going to go, out and do all these other, I'm going to go run over and do the thing that I didn't do before. Does that make sense to you as well?
Oh my, yes, indeed. Indeed. It's like, well, I'm not going to do that till I lose 25 pounds so that those particular shorts will look better on me, and put your life on hold because of your weight.
Yes,
And life is passing by and I'm missing things because of that mindset. And
exactly.
so, but I agree with you. Everyone, it's unique, it's individual. Yes, we should eat whole foods. That's how God made them. But everybody has to find what works for them. I think that the image issue with women especially is a hard one to overcome, and certainly something I work with every single day. It's like, here I am, my best self, I'm unique, made by God this way, and yet all I can do is compare myself. That's just wrong. That's not what we're supposed to be doing here.
Exactly, exactly, and that's exactly what we're going to be talking about every month and day and ongoing in our group, and especially in the 21-day challenge that I'm going to offer a couple times a year, um, and we're going to dive deep into all of these pieces because every day I have to start again.
Mm-hmm.
This morning I didn't get on the scale, which is a miracle for me because I have used that device for 30 plus years to tell me whether I'm good or bad. And, for me, that's one of the pieces of my addiction is going back to that, going back to the weighing and going back to this obsessive tracking. And, I have been 50 pounds heavier than I am now, and I was not pregnant. Never had never had a baby in there. Just a you know bunch of extra uh, covering.
Mm-hmm.
I was hiding
Mm-hmm.
in all of that, or abusing my. I was self abusing. We'll just add that to that. And I've also been, and this is frightening to think about as well. I have been 30 pounds smaller than I am now.
Wow.
And if I think about either of those, I just want to grieve for her. And she is me.
Mm-hmm.
Because that girl was tiny and starving and lost her period. And this girl was not very happy either. And so learning to be in the middle in an ever changing womanly body, wow,
Mm-hmm.
hard, hard.
Yes, yes. And our society doesn't necessarily appreciate the womanly body, right? We're all, the pictures we get on social media are these twin women that maybe aren't even using their body to do physical activity or physical work even. And so, if you're out there doing things and having babies and loving people and working, your body is not going to look like a model's. But we need to remind ourselves of that every
Exactly.
morning, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So this was a great lead into my next question for you, which is what would you tell another woman? Sometimes it's easier for me to, I mean, it's way easy for me to coach you and lead you and give you great wisdom. And then I'm beating myself up all day, right? But what would you tell another woman who is struggling with her nourishment or habits? What would you tell me if I was struggling today and I reached out in pain?
I would tell you to take a breath,
Mm-hmm.
that God created you just this way, and He's not surprised by where you're at today. You're right where you're supposed to be. To see yourself as God sees you, as a loved girl, right? And to know that it's okay. It's not over. There's time to change, and ways to do that, but that you are the perfect image of what God made you to be right now, today.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that feels good. I received that. And one of the things that I know I've struggled with is receiving. And 1 year, that was my word for the whole year, receive, receive. And learning how to not negate the compliment. Not, we get really good at giving. Ooh, we're good at giving. We're givers and we run around and give and give. And that doesn't allow us to ever breathe it in.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
or how are you with receiving, Robin?
I am crappy at receiving. And, because I'm out doing, earning it, right? And I've had just kind of a heart change about that in the last couple of years through a course that I took, honestly, that helped me just accept who I was. But yeah, and I can do and give until I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
And then people will try to give to me, and there'll be something wrong with it. They don't really understand me because I don't really open myself to let them. Right? So I don't know if that makes sense, but it does in my own head.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do struggle with receiving.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it that way.
Mm-hmm. And that's going to be another piece of what we're going to be practicing this year. Um, and there's a page, one of the worksheets I've created. I mean, there's all sorts of worksheets we're going to be using, which is really fun. But one of them is about energy. What's energy giving and what's energy draining in my life. And
Mm-hmm.
some of the things we've been talking about today already are, and just being very honest and writing down what gives me joy, what gives me happiness each day, and allowing those things to come in, allowing those to be received, and then
Yeah.
also really tracking. I'm trying to look for this other cool piece of paper that I have. Hold on a second. Yeah, I can't find it. But it's here. I'll find it in a second. Yeah, just another page that we're going to be using our like a little progress tracking sheet. I mean, all I can do is today. I can't go back and change what I ate yesterday, what I said. I mean, I might need to make an amend for it. And if I have been cranky or snarky or even just silent when I could have spoken, so those are some things that if I become aware of it, my job is to say something about it. Not, yes, for the sake of that relationship, but I need to stay clean and clear with myself. Clean and clear. And so what are you hoping, as a founding member of this brand new experience, what do you hope to learn and glean for you?
Can you repeat the question? We lost the internet there for a minute. I'm sorry.
Sure, sure, sure. What are your hopes for you? What do you want to take and learn and really integrate from this experience?
Wow. I have a lot of little thoughts flying around in my head right now. I want to, I think I put in my outtake or intake form. I want to find my self-confidence. I feel like I set it down somewhere and I can't find it.
Hmm.
Some of that is, that over 50 brain fog. That have a tool to um, help me with my goals, the accountability, the excitement in being others, and to have the time and take the effort to state those goals clearly,
Mm-hmm.
make them attainable, have the steps. It's just something that I've found very difficult to do on my own.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what do you need to what would you say to a woman who's considering joining us in the 21 days or in the Nourished Life Club? What would you want to say to her?
I always get the very end of the question. I don't know what's going on with the internet. I'm sorry. If you could one more time.
Sure, sure, sure. And we apologize for any technology challenges because we are not in control of that as well. Imagine that. Uh,
Okay.
so we're just gonna forge ahead, sister. So
Okay.
yeah. So what would you say? So let's pretend your best friend or somebody you love is considering joining us in the Nourished Life Club for the 21 days. What would you want to say to her?
That you're worth it, that it's time. if you're even remotely interested, I would listen to your heart nudges and go for it. Um, how wrong can something be where you can link arms with other sisters who are all on the same path, trying to make positive changes in their life? It's a good thing, and it's a good community. Especially now with this COVID thing, so many people are isolated. And I think this would be a very positive way to make some changes if you're contemplating doing that.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Well, I am just completely excited. I got to know you a little bit more even just today, and in a way I never knew a thing about you until today, and you're
Yeah.
fascinating, my friend. And
Oh, well, thank you.
you're beautiful. I
Mhm.
didn't know what, because I hadn't seen your picture. I didn't know what to. I didn't know who I was meeting.
Okay, noted.
Right, right. It, and it's great to just get a little glimpse into you and your life, your business, your husband's business, your journey. And
Mhm.
we're all in this together, and we're all going to be having what I call breakdowns and breakthroughs, and they're gonna happen in every single day, right? I'm gonna have some miracle moments, and then I'm gonna have a giant meltdown later, and I can't really. I mean, I used to think all that was me being too emotional, and I
Mhm.
finally learned that no, God gave us the gift of emotions as well,
Mhm.
and all of these things are a piece of it. And I always want to, my nature, and I think our humanity is to want to control it, fix it, understand it, figure it out, and
Oh, yeah.
find the magic food plan, stay on it forever and ever, and find, get to my perfect weight. Well, I had been at a couple weights and then like chased that weight for years. My
Mhm.
body obviously did not want to be there, right?
Truth, sister. Preach it.
Right. And,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and so then for me, it becomes this chasing of an illusion of this one moment that I weighed in at whatever, the miracle number was.
Yes.
And then I
Yes.
think something's wrong with me for not being able to stay there. Well, my body knows better than that.
Mhm.
God knows what we need. God knows. I want to release anything that's weighing me down.
Mhm.
And that could be extra
Yeah.
stuff in my house, which I have. That could be mindsets that are old. And that could be 5 pounds, 50 pounds. I know women that have lost 100 pounds and have now gained the 100 pounds back.
Mhm.
And I know that I can be just as crazy with 5 pounds.
True. Or 50. Yes.
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 And I can look sane on the I mean, I can look all pretty on Facebook, or at least pretty enough, and yet be miserable and beating myself up on a daily basis. And so Nourish is really going to be about all of that. It's going to be about practicing what we're learning imperfectly on a
Mhm.
daily experience, and asking for help in all directions. And so I'm excited. I'm excited that you're with me. Anything else you want to share before we close up for today?
Just that I need to remember that the time change is 2 hours and not one, because I feel like if we're going to have some of these meetings, I don't want to be the late Lucy. I was quite tickled when I got your little message this morning, because I was like, oh, I better get going, because I had accounted for 1 hour time change, not two.
Oh,
So I'll just, yeah, say that up front. Um, yeah, I'm excited to get started. Now that I've made the commitment, I'm ready to go. It's
good,
good. Everything you're saying, it just resonates within me. So I know this is the right thing.
good, good, good. Well, I'm going to just close this with a quick prayer and get us off to our day, because yeah, it's 8:30 where you are.
Yeah. Let me
Yeah,
check. Oh, yeah, you're right.
yes. Wow. So this is bright and early. All right, let me say a quick prayer for us. Father God, I just pray over the two of us and all the other women that are needing to join us, wanting to join us, or have already joined us. Lord, because we all need so much more nourishment, and you give it to us as a free gift, and we ignore it. We lay it down, we throw it in the closet, and we say that we don't need any of that. And so, Lord, help us to receive. Help us to receive gifts and love, encouragement, and even healthy food. Help us to learn what that means for each of us. Help us to set the boundaries around our food. Help us to set clear habits that are life giving and filled with recovery. And Lord, I just thank you for the gift of Robin and all that I've gotten to learn and experience with her today. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Man, thank you.
All right. Thank you for being with us today, ladies, or all that watch this. And come check things out. Join us, and you can just find out everything you need to know and more over at dianecunningham.com. And just click on the button that says Nourished Life Club or the 21-day Nourished Challenge. And we'll see you there. Bye-bye.